Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla, here to talk to you today about Continental Sport Attack III tires. You should be checking out a set of Sport Attack III tires if you ride a sport bike and you're looking for a tire that's going to perform equally well on the street and also handle a couple of track days. Now, these are currently being made for a pretty wide variety of bikes. I think we're going to see them mostly on sport bikes and sporty bikes. You're going to see rear tire sizes from 160 right on up to 200, so just about anything with a sporting bent should be covered by a Sport Attack III. So let's get right into these tires. These are what I like to call the Workin' Joe tires. I really like this class of tire because they're really meant for the rider who maybe has one motorcycle. You need a tire that's going to handle your track days, but you can also take to work if you need to. So really, these tires get a lot of demand placed on them. Riders expect a lot of things. Decent mileage, but also the grip levels they need to get out there and do a track day or two throughout the season. These aren't really the rich guy tires where you've got maybe an extra set of wheels or perhaps a whole dedicated track bike. These are going to be a do-all type of a tire. So Continental has revamped the Sport Attack in the 3 here, and there's a couple technologies that they've built in this tire you should probably know about. So let's go through some of the big ones. The first one I like, multi-grip technology. So right now the big rage is to use multiple compounds of rubber within a tire. Typically you're going to see a harder rubber down the center and then softer stuff out to the sides, either 2 or 3 different compounds on some of the tires we have today. Now that can be a great way to get decent mileage as well as good grip out of a tire. However, the part about that that kind of stinks is that the transition from the soft rubber into the hard rubber or hard rubber into the soft rubber can be kind of abrupt. Continental does not do that, so their multi-grip technology is actually kind of interesting. They use a single compound throughout the entire tire, but what they're doing to get those different hardnesses and softnesses is they have different cure times and temperatures for the center of the tread as well as out to the sides. So by varying the temperature and the time that these tires are curing, they can get sort of that great grip at the edges with also acceptable mileage running through the center without that interesting transitional feel between compounds of rubber because it's a continuous sort of a rubber right through the tire. Now, one of the other technologies too they bake right into this puppy is going to be something that they're calling grip limit feedback technology. So the idea behind grip limit feedback technology, very important for those of you, again, who are riding either really hard on the street or perhaps doing a track day. On a tire that's not a pure track tire, you know, that tire might let go. As you start to really get that thing over into a turn, you're going to feel it reaching the limit of its grip. And on the Continental Sport Attack III, this tire is going to give you lots of feedback. It's going to let you know before that tire lets go. Any of you guys who have raced other tires and gotten down a little too hard on them, you know that sometimes you get a little bit too far into it and the bike winds up coming out from underneath you in a low slide simply because you didn't know that the tire was giving up traction on you. So that technology put into this tire, again, kind of a breakthrough advancement, should be nice, again, for those of you who really are trying to get everything they can out of this tire. A couple other thoughts too, as far as profile is concerned. If we look at this front tire here, you can see this profile is not really super aggressive. It's not a V-shaped type of a profile. It's a little bit flatter than that, almost like a U shape. So what that means for you guys is that this is going to be a tire that's not going to give that twitchy feel. Sometimes with a more track-based tire, you'll have a tire feels kind of twitchy. It wants to dump into a turn really quickly. You're not going to get that out of this profile tire. You are going to have to use a little bit more steering effort. So your steering input will have to be increased just a hair, but you should know that this is going to be something that's going to be decent for street use. It's not going to give you that hesitation, that weird feeling of just falling into the turns. And then the final thing that Continental has done with the Sport Attack III that I really like is they've increased silica. Now we've seen this play from all of the major tire manufacturers right now. By adding extra silica to the rubber compound mix, most of the tire manufacturers are able to get better wet weather performance. That's pretty well standard. Sport Attack III offers that as well. But one of the other things that's kind of cool is due to Continental's mix on the silica compound, not only are they getting the better wet weather performance, but you're also going to get faster warm-up times. Again, this is going to be important for those of you who are doing a fair amount of street duty on this tire. Now in general, I'm pretty excited for the Sport Attack III. I don't have any miles on one of these, and I don't know if this is necessarily the tire that suits my riding styles. However, I do expect we're going to have one of these on at least one of the house bikes in a short time, and I can't wait to take a couple of hot laps on that motorcycle. In general, if you need a little bit more info on the Sport Attack III, click that info button. Whether you're on your desktop or your fancy internet-equipped cell phone, see what some other riders who are rocking one of these on their bikes have to say about them. If you need a little bit more assistance, perhaps some personalized attention, don't be afraid to get in touch with one of our Gear Geeks, 877-792-9455. You can always get us by email too. See us at RevZilla.com. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.